A microphone is any device that is capable of capturing sound waves and converting them into an electrical signal. This process is achieved when sound waves cause a thin piece of metal material within the microphone, called a diaphragm, to vibrate, and those vibrations are then converted into an electrical signal that a receiver can write as data. This conversion process is achieved differently depending on whether a microphone is a dynamic microphone or a condenser microphone, and beyond that categorization, there are many kinds of pickup patterns and microphone types, all of which we'll take a look at in this video. To get started, it's important to understand the differences between a dynamic microphone and a condenser microphone. Dynamic microphones work via the use of a coil placed inside a strong magnetic field. The coil is attached to the diaphragm, and when vibrated by sound waves, the coil will move rapidly within this magnetic field, causing an electrical current to be generated that corresponds to the sound waves which produced it. The advantages of these microphones is that they're simpler to make and thus generally cheaper to buy, have a low sensitivity, meaning they likely won't pick up any unintended background noise, and also are better at reacting to very loud sources of sound. A condenser microphone works similarly in that it also has a vibrating diaphragm, but this time the diaphragm is placed very close to another metal plate called a backplate. These two metal plates placed closely together are capable of holding a small amount of electrical energy, and when the diaphragm is vibrated, the electrical energy outputted by these components will vary, thus converting the sound to an electric signal. This process, unlike with a dynamic microphone, requires an external source of power to function. Most commonly, this process of supplying power from an external source is called phantom power, and can be supplied to a microphone over cabling, such as with an XLR cable. The advantage of these microphones is that they're much more sensitive and capable of reproducing sound in a way that is much more detailed and natural. But because they're more intricate, they also tend to be more expensive and a bit more fragile. The next important characteristic of microphones is their pickup pattern, or polar pattern. A polar pattern is the way in which a microphone is able to pick up the sounds that are around it. The simplest of these patterns is the omnidirectional polar pattern, which describes a microphone that is capable of recording sounds equally from all around it. A microphone with this pickup pattern is best for gathering ambient sounds, but not great for recording sounds with a specific source. That is where microphones with the cardioid polar pattern come in, which are more directional and capable of picking up sounds from the front and sides, but not from the back. This is a very common type of polar pattern, and is especially good for recording vocals. The two other types of polar patterns are the figure 8 and the low bar patterns. The figure 8 pattern picks up sounds from the front and back, but not from the sides, and can be a desirable pickup pattern when you have sounds that are opposite each other, like when doing an interview. The low bar pattern is a highly directional pattern, and is common in microphones that need to be very selective in the source that they're trying to pick up. Before we take a look at some specific microphones, let's talk about some additional accessories and best practices to help capture really clean audio. When mounting a microphone to either a camera, stand, or boom pole, it's important to cushion the microphone as much as possible from other sources of interference, such as hits or bumps. A shock mount can help soften these interferences, and can be a great tool for getting cleaner audio. Another potential accessory are windscreens, which slide over a microphone and can help reduce the sounds of wind. These come in two varieties, foam windscreens and fuzzy windscreens, the latter being better for high-intensity wind and also being colloquially referred to as dead cats. One final accessory, useful for when recording vocals, is a pop filter, which can help manage what are called plosives, or consonant sounds that cause a rush of air into the microphone, such as the letter P. When it comes to capturing vocals, there are a couple best practices that can help you get a cleaner sounding recording no matter the microphone that you're using. The first is to properly position the microphone, generally somewhere between 4 to 10 inches away from your face, and position vertically as opposed to being pointed directly at you. Next is to try and mitigate background noise that is around you, either by shutting off fans or lights that may be creating unwanted noise, or by moving yourself physically to a different location. Another thing to consider is the reverb of a given space. Larger rooms with lots of hard surfaces can generate unwanted reverb, while smaller spaces with carpet, couches, and blankets will help dampen the reverb and create a more natural sound. A common technique is to record vocals in a closet, or use a blanket draped over your head, or even record in a car on a quiet street. Now, let's take a look at a couple different types of microphones and showcase when and how to use them. The first microphone we'll take a look at is the Blue Yeti USB microphone, which is a condenser microphone that can be plugged directly into any computer via a USB cable. This microphone is an excellent choice for recording vocals, whether it be for podcasts or streaming. One of the biggest advantages of this microphone is its ability to change its polar pattern, which can make it a very versatile tool with lots of use cases. It also features a 3.5mm headphone jack so that you can monitor your vocals straight from the device. And here's an example recording using the Blue Yeti USB microphone. Another microphone we'll take a look at is the Audio-Technica 8035B shotgun microphone, which is a type of condenser microphone with an extremely directional pickup pattern. This microphone is an excellent choice for capturing audio when recording video, as its directionality can help capture a clean vocal performance while ignoring background noises. A common accessory with this kind of microphone is a boom pole, as it gives the operator a ton of flexibility to get the microphone close to a subject, while remaining off camera. An external recorder and XLR cable will be necessary when using this microphone, and it has the ability to run on either a battery or phantom power. And here's an example recording using the Audio-Technica 8035B shotgun microphone. The final microphone we'll look at is the Rode Wireless Go compact wireless lavalier mic. This kind of condenser microphone is a special type of audio equipment that is designed to have the microphone be directly attached to a subject. This lavalier kit comes with both an omnidirectional microphone and a receiver, and the audio signal captured by the microphone is sent wirelessly to the receiver, which then sends that signal either directly into a camera or some other external recorder. The Rode microphone can act either as a small clip-on microphone or can be used with an omnidirectional lavalier microphone for minimal obstruction. Here's an example recording using the Rode Wireless Go lavalier microphone. That will do it for this dive into the world of microphones and audio capture. If you have any questions about this process or would like to learn more, feel free to email digitalmedia@bates.edu or visit us on our website at bates.edu/digital-media. Thanks again.